Hey everybody, happy Throwback Thursday. It is Rhonda Swan, Stapo Mama here on the beautiful beaches here in Panama in Bastimentos. Actually, I'm island of Bastimentos, Isla Bastimentos. And I am taking a little jog today and I decided to shoot this video before I head home. My house is right over there. But today's message, it's kind of a throwback. It's actually an old Israeli fable called The Giant's Garden, and I learned this from a very good friend of mine who is from Israel, and it became really an amazing lesson this last weekend for Hanalei. So I thought I would share it with all of my fellow Unstoppable Mamas, my personal development gurus, right? Everyone that just loves to be better, learn better, and to do new things. So here's the fable, and this will be something powerful for you to share with your child. It's a perspective to look at how you're treating people and how the world or the universe or God, whatever you might want to call it, or karma, right, will react when you are treating people poorly, or the way that you do things to others. You know, we use a lot of lessons in parenting, right? Of course, we all should learn stories because children can learn from stories. And so this fable is called The Giant's Garden. And the reason why this was brought up was because this last weekend we had a friend who was just kind of being super duper grouchy, like not really fun to be around, and kind of creating a lot of havoc for everyone around him, right? Because when you're grouchy, one thing to remember is that it's not just about you, it's about other people that you affect also. So be aware how your energy is, what you're giving off, because other people are also feeling it and being affected by it. And so here's the fable that I was told by a good friend of mine, and it really became an important lesson. So there was a giant, right? And he lived in this beautiful, beautiful garden. And he grew the most beautiful flowers and fruit, and the sun was always shining on him. Well, there's a bunch of children, right, as kids are, would always try to sneak into his garden and steal his fruit, steal a banana or pick a flower. Well, one day the giant got really mad, and he took the kids in, scared them, and ate them up. He said, "I will never want any of these kids in my garden again. You'll never come back to my garden again." What happened is God saw the giant being horribly mean, and God put a curse on the giant's garden that he loved so dearly. And the curse was that the garden would forever be frozen, and snow would fall every day. No sun would lay onto the garden of the giant, and every day he would live in gloom and freezing cold. So the giant lived in this garden for many, many years, sad, depressed, realizing what he had done and wished that he could take it back. But unfortunately, the job was done. God put the curse on the giant's garden because of what he did. Then kids started to sneak in, and they would still sneak into the snow and start playing in the snow. And the very first reaction of the giant, right, was to be mad because all kids created horrible things for his life. And then one day he stopped because one little boy was left behind. After he chased them out of his garden, one little boy was left behind, and he was crying, and he was cold, and he was hungry because he couldn't get out of the garden, out of the snow. So the giant's heart melted, and he took the little boy in, he fed him, and he connected with him and warmed him up. And the little boy's smile in his heart warmed the giant's heart. And the giant let the little boy go. He didn't eat him. He didn't take him. He let him go. And as the moment the little boy walks off of the giant's garden, out of the freezing cold tundra, the sun started to shine. The cold lifted. The snow started to melt. And what do you know? The giant's garden started to grow. And from then and there on, the giant allowed children to come and play in his garden, to enjoy all of the beautiful fruits, and to lavish in all of the glory that God was offered to him. And then the giant's life was happy. See, the story, guys, is about how you treat other people. And consequences are always connected to your own actions. But the greatest part about life is that you can change. You can change today from being a grouch or being someone poverty conscious or being someone afraid to step forward in your life, or someone that's a blamer or someone that doesn't take personal responsibility. You can change right now. That is the greatest part about life. So the lesson today is about the Giant's Garden, but really, guys, it's about ourselves. It's about life. It's about who we are to other people. And it's about how we react. But one is the greatest things that I love to know, that even though we can screw up, because our kids are going to screw up, we're going to screw up, is that you can change today. So I hope you enjoyed this fable today. The Giant's Garden. Share it with your children. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. I'm going to be writing a blog post about this. If you guys think that's going to be a benefit, let me know and I'll share it with you as well. Cheers, everyone. Have an unstoppable day!